If you're still building websites without a responsive navbar in 2026, you're already behind. Today, I'll show you how to build this modern animated responsive navbar using just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, no frameworks. And by the end of this video, you'll fully understand how the Hamburger animation works, how the mobile menu slides in, and how to build it from scratch yourself. So, this Hamburger menu will appear on small screens such as mobile phones where you can view links and disappear on larger screens such as desktops. So let's get started. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe. So first, I will create a folder for this project in my desktop. I'll name it Navbar. Next, I will open this folder in VS Code. A shortcut for this is right-click the folder, select Open in Terminal. Once in Terminal, type code followed by dot and press Enter. This automatically opens the folder for you in VS Code. Once in VS Code, we will create 3 files. The first one is index.html for our HTML. The second is style.css for all our stylings. The last is script.js since we will write a few lines of JavaScript. So let's go back to the HTML, then create the HTML structure. A shortcut for this is write the exclamation mark, then press Enter. It writes the structure for you. We will change the title to Responsive Navbar. Then we will link our files. We will start by our JavaScript file. So write script and src for source and write the name of the JavaScript file. Then we will go back to the head and link our CSS file. After linking all files, I will open this file in the browser so that we can see live what we are building. So let's start writing our HTML. Since it is a navigation bar, we want it to be inside header. Then inside header, we will write nav and give it a class of navbar. This class will help us to access this element in our CSS file and style it. Inside this nav, we will create a div where you can write your name. Give it a class of logo, so I'll write my name. Feel free to write yours. Your name should appear on the browser. Below this div, I will create a list of links. So I will write UL for unordered lists and give it a class of NAV links. I will also give it an ID of navlinks. This ID will help us access this element in JavaScript. Then create a list and inside the list a link. The link will have a text of home. And set the href attribute to hash since we don't have any links. You should see the first link in the browser. Then I will copy this list and paste it a few times. Then I will change the texts in the link. And we have all the links in the browser. Below the UL, we will have a div with a class of Hamburger and an ID if Hamburger. Then inside this div, we will have 3 spans. We will leave them empty. This div is what we will style to appear as a hamburger icon. The 3 parallel lines. And that's all the HTML we required. We will go to the CSS file to style this navigation bar to look professional. I will press this icon to split VS Code so that I can open both HTML and CSS files at the same time. Then I will resize my VS Code window. In my CSS, I will start by removing default stylings. So I will target everything using the star. So I will remove this default space. So I will set margin to 0. Then set padding to 0, box sizing to border box, and set a font family of Arial. Next, I will target the body. Give it a background of deep dark blue, and change the text color to white. Next, we will style this header. So target the header, Give it a width of 100% and a background more darker than the body. Next, we will target this nav with a class of navbar. So navbar and start with a dot since we are accessing using a class name. Then give a maximum width of 1200 pixels, set margin to auto, padding to 20 pixels. Then display to flex so that the content appear on the same line. Justify content to space between so that there is spacing between the content. Then align items to center so that the content appear on the same level at the center. Next, we will target this div with a class of logo. So .logo, then set font size to 24 pixels, font weight to bold, and a light blue color. Next, we will style the UL element with a class of navlinks. Write .navlinks in CSS. Set list style to none to remove these default list dots. Then display to flex to align them in one line. Add a gap of 30 pixels to put a gap between them. Next, we will style the links inside the lists. Since we did not give them classes, we will access them by first accessing their parent, which is navlinks, then a gap, and a. This lets us access the links even though they have no class. Set text decoration to none to remove the underlining line. Then set color to white and a font size of 16 pixels. Right now, when we move our cursor over the links, only a hand appears. That is the default link hover style. To add more hover style, we will access the links first, then add a hover pseudo class. Then we will change the link's color to blue when we hover. For the hover to appear even more smoother, we will add a transition of 0.3 seconds in the links. Next, we will style the Hamburger div. I will write a comment which makes our styles more understandable. So I will access this div with a class of Hamburger. Write .hamburger. Set flex direction to column. We will display it to flex in our media queries. Put his cursor of pointer and a gap of 5 pixels. Then I will target the span inside this div. Give it a width of 25 pixels, a height of 3 pixels, a white background, and a transition of 0.3 seconds for smooth transitions. Then, since we want this Hamburger div to appear only on small screens, we will display it to none and display it to flex in the media queries. And so far we have created a professional nav bar, but it is not responsive yet. To make it responsive, we will write some media queries for screens less than 768 pixels. The styles that we will write here will apply only when the screen is less than 768 pixels. So let's target navlinks. Set position to fixed. Since currently the screen is small, this styles will apply. Then set top to 0, right to -100%, height to 100 viewport height, width of 250 pixels, a dark background. Set flex direction to column, align items to center, justify content to center. A gap of 40 pixels. This styles are for small screens only. Right now you cannot see what we have styled because of the right property. If I remove it, you can see the links in small screens. If I make the screen bigger than 768 pixels, the styles don't apply anymore. So return the right property. I want an active class to be added when we click the hamburger icon, so we can only add it automatically using JavaScript. So we will target these two IDs in JavaScript, Navlinks and Hamburger. In the JavaScript file, define a constant variable named Hamburger and access the HTML element using document getElement by ID Hamburger and assign it to the variable. Do the same for Navlinks. Then to make the Hamburger menu clickable, we will add a click event listener on Hamburger. So hamburger.addEventListener, the first value is click. The second is an arrow function. Whatever we write inside this arrow function is what will happen when we click the Hamburger. So for us, we want to toggle a class of active. So we add this for Navlinks and Hamburger. This means when we click Hamburger menu, both elements with an ID of Hamburger and Navlinks will have a class of active, and when we click the Hamburger menu again, the class is removed. In CSS target Hamburger class, then add active class, then we will access the span elements inside Hamburger div. Since they don't have a class and we want to style them differently, we will use nthchild. So this will come to the element with the class of Hamburger when the active class is added in JavaScript. Then it will go inside to span. nthchild1 will pick the first span, nthchild2 will pick the second span, and nthchild3 will pick the third span. So here I will write styles for the first span when active. What I want is when it is active, the Hamburger icon changes to X. So I will rotate the first span and the last span to form a cross. So I will transform and rotate to 45 degrees and translate y-axis to 8 pixels. Next I will copy this styles for first span since it's almost similar for every span and paste it. Then change the numbers to 2 and 3. We want to remove the second span when active, so set opacity to 0. For the third span, only change the values to -45 degrees and -8 pixels. Then go back to media queries, and when Navlinks is active, set right to 0. And finally, set Hamburger to a display of flex. There you have it. When it is active, it turns to a cross. If you expand your screen, the Hamburger menu disappears. And that's how to build a responsive professional navigation bar. If this video helped you, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.